Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Y'all know what today is. It is Sovereign Saturday. Don't stop on your path. Now, I've talked about this before, but you know how I do with these sovereign man videos or a sovereign person, because as I said, I'm finding out some women listening too. These sovereign, being in control of your life. You know, this is a sermon. Sometimes I'm going to be repeating myself. Plus, I'm getting some new people on here as well. I'm getting some new people since the very first one. Shoot, probably got about, I don't know, 30 to 50,000 subs and stuff since the very first one. So some of the stuff, hey, for some of y'all, I'm just a reminder. For some of y'all, it's going to be a new one. But when you are on that path to sovereignty, don't stop. Don't stop, because what have I always said about the path to success, the path to anything, even the path to sovereignty, if it was a straight line, that'd be a great thing. That would be a great thing. But a lot of people, a lot of men are not going to make what their goals are until their 40s or even 50s. If they make it in their 20s, oh, they very extraordinary. But it's not an easy path. It's not a straight line. You're going to have detours. You're going to have holes. There's going to be some times when you're going to have that great big wall. You're going to have stuff, but you can't stop. Once you decide you want to be a sovereign man, woman, person, whatever you want to do, you got to keep going no matter what. No matter what. And there's going to be some times you're going to be like, why am I doing this? It's going to be hard. There's going to be some times you might be on that job. Like, okay, I'll use my own example. I've told you, I've been on 1,000 jobs. There'll be some times I've been on those jobs and I'll be like, I ain't see myself in the position I was in now. You know, I would be going through some stuff. I'd be like, there's been plenty of times, shoot, when I was living years ago, decades ago, when I was still living in my grandmother's, I couldn't even get my own place at first. You know, the credit was just that bad. Shoot, recent years, the credit was bad. You know, you just had all that stuff. In fact, when I started doing videos, it was tight. It was tight for a brother. Shoot, but I kept going. Seriously, it was tight. I always talk about the one time I had $4 to get me through a week. It was tight. And for somebody talking about body game, I didn't have enough money to always go to the gym. I had enough money to get enough gas in my car to drive to work and back. And still doing all of this. It was tight. It was tight, but I kept going. See, that's the thing. You're going to have some trouble, but I'm going to tell you what. When you have trouble on that path, you got to look at it as a learning experience. I've talked about that before. You got to look at it as a learning experience because you're going to go through it. Trust me, the path to success is never easy. It's more a squiggly ball. You know, you might have to step back some. You know, you're going to have some stuff. In fact, I rarely mention celebrities, but I'll mention one, a billionaire, Tyler Perry. Now, I remember reading a story about when he got big doing like plays and everything, but when he did his very first play, nobody showed up. And it was tight for him. But did he give up? Apparently not. Look what he's doing now. Look what he is doing now. And shoot, he's not stopping. He is not stopping, but when he first started his very first play, nobody showed up. But then he got smart with it. He learned from it. Because the first play he did was a Christian play. Nobody showed up. He did the exact same play later, but he did it with ministers and stuff, and they brought their own congregation, so they brought their own people. He got smart. See, one thing on the path, when you do get stopped, when you do get in that hole, learn from it, figure it out. How did you get in that hole? Why'd you have to take the step back? But whatever the case, whatever you do, you learn the lesson. But whatever you do, you keep going. Whatever your goal is, don't ever get to the point where you are sitting up and you looking at like whatever goal that you have, wherever you trying to go, whatever you trying to do, and thinking no matter what happens, oh, this is it. No, you just have to take something different. Like if you decided you want to be sovereign, if you checking out the videos every Saturday and you decide, hey, you're going to have control in your life. Once you have that decision, that's it. That's it. Ain't no sometimey thing. Ain't something where you want to come back and decide you ain't going to do it, you know, or say, well, this stopped me, I can't do it. It's like, no. Once you decide you want to have control in your life, you got to go. You know, when I decided I wanted to have control in my life, that's part of the reason I had those 1,000 jobs. I just kept going. And I'm going to tell you what, sometimes you ain't even going to get the support from people. There are people who call me dreamers. They say, oh, Rom's just a dreamer. Oh, he ain't going to do it. They look me dead in the eye and say, oh, you won't do it. And they laughing. Yeah, who laughing now, man? Who laughing now? Because I kept going. I kept going no matter what. That's one thing I inspire people to do. I was talking with a lady friend last night, you know, the night before I recorded this. And she was like, you know, Rom, you're right. And I was like, yeah, about what? Yeah, I can be a little conceited sometimes. Yeah, about her, because she's very talented, about really using her talents. I was like, yeah, okay, you finally figured it out. Because shoot, she got the talent to be a millionaire. I know quite a few people, they might seem ordinary to you, but I talk to them and they could really do some stuff. But once you decide whatever it is that you want to do, the main thing being sovereign, whatever path that you want to take towards it, you got to just go for it. You got to go for it. Don't stop. And there's going to be obstacles. There's going to be obstacles. There's going to be delays, detours. There's going to be brick walls. You run into that brick wall, either you go around it, you go over it. You know, shoot, you might want it so bad you just bust right through it. You be like, ah, but you got to do it. But don't stop. Once you decide, because I'm going to tell you something now. And I've seen this with people who gave up on their dreams. Like, I don't have a concept of giving up on my dream. I kept going, but I've seen people who've given up on their dreams and how they were. It was killing them. Some people have died because they gave up on their dream and they mad at the world. I'm like, shoot, I'm gonna keep going. I was like, they got genetically engineered somebody to stop me. And I wouldn't be here now if I stopped my dream. If I stopped my dream, I wouldn't be talking with you right now, inspiring other people. That's one thing I dreamed about. Now, the only dream I have left is global domination. Yeah, still working on that one. I haven't stopped yet, though. I haven't stopped. Yeah, people think I'm joking about that. No, I figured out how to do that. It's just putting everything in place. But anyway, right? Whatever it is, don't stop on your path. Keep going, no matter what, all right? So I want y'all to remember that. So anyway, keep rising to become the sovereign person that you are meant to be. Peace and blessings, everyone.